Mhm. Plan where you'll stay.
Plan where you'll stay.
Whether you choose to stay in hotels or rent a camper on your trip, it's best to plan where you'll sleep each night so you know where you need to drive to each day.
Whether you whether you choose to stay in hotels or rent a camper on your trip, it's best to plan where you will sleep each night so you know where you need to drive to each day.
Mhm. If you're on a budget, book your accommodation about 3 or 4 weeks before your trip when it's often cheaper.
If you are on a budget, book your
Accommodation.
accommodation about 3 or 4 weeks before your trip when it's often cheaper.
Mhm. Allow extra time.
Allow extra time.
Just because you have a plan doesn't mean you have to stick to it. Give yourself extra time on your trip so you can stop if you drive past something that looks interesting. You can also take a detour to somewhere that isn't on your route, or take a route that's longer but has better scenery.
Just because you have a plan does not mean you have to stick to it. Give yourself extra time on your trip so you can stop if you drive past something that looks interesting. You cannot also take a detour to somewhere is not on your route, or take a road that's longer but has better scenery. Route has
Yeah, good. Okay, very good. So you have good pronunciation. I think what you just need to do is just slow down slightly. Take your time. But I'm sure the first lesson you're feeling a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But if you just slow down slightly, there's no rush, and there is plenty of time to go through it. And then you will find that you can stop at the correct point in each sentence, have a break, take a breath. Just when you're speaking out loud, it forms the sentencing better.
Discussion
So,
topic.
but very good. Yeah, very good. First time. So normally we then move on to the discussion,
Okay.
and I'd ask you questions, and you tell me how you are or what you think about each one. So, for example, the first one: have you ever been on a road trip? Have you ever
Yes.
been?
Yes.
Bolo,
Yes.
bolo, bolo.
Yes. Where have you been?
Yeah. I have been many times. So
Okay. So what type of road trips do you go on?
it was good feeling when I went with my friends, and
Mhm.
we enjoyed a lot the nature and all the things.
Perfect.
Okay.
And did you stay in hotels or camping,
No.
or
Yeah, ma'am.
what
Actually,
did you?
I goes to road trip every day early in the morning.
That's for work, is it?
Yeah,
Hello,
because it's
That's
my
not a
daily
road
routine.
trip. Sorry,
hello sister.
that's not a road trip. That's a commute to
Yeah.
work.
जी?
A road trip means a holiday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, check.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I have misunderstood.
जी.
There's no problem at all. So yeah, have you been on a long road trip for maybe 1 week with your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
good.
sorry.
Good. That's good fun. And if number two, if you could go on a road trip anywhere in the world, where would you
रुकना
choose?
होगा और
I
जो
will
Which
choose.
country?
कहाँ जाऊँगा
Foreign.
I would like to go foreign country.
उनकी बेटी के लिए घर
Yeah. What's your favourite foreign country?
London.
Where would you choose?
I will choose
London?
London to go.
Would you like to travel around the whole of the United Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard of any interesting places in England that you'd like to visit?
England.
22 को मिला
Have you
ही
have
22
you
को वहाँ जाऊँगा
heard of the Lake District in England?
क्या बोल रहे हैं?
Detour.
Have you heard of this place?
हाँ
Lag
को
lag
Lag
district.